Number one reason, I always say, if you remember nothing else of what I say, I always tell people confidentiality. And they're thinking, well, what's the big thing about confidentiality? And I go, no, it's really very important. The last thing you want your competitors to know is, and I'm not saying that everybody's competitors are a little bit nasty or dirty, but they start to spread rumors to their clients saying, oh, did you hear that Jack's shop down the street is going under? What are you talking about? Yeah, he's for sale. Why would he be selling, right? They're not gonna say, well, he's been doing this since he was 16 and he's 80 years old now and he hasn't had a holiday. Maybe he should just sell his business, right? Employees too. Employees can feel betrayed, they can feel hurt. Why is the guy selling, right? And so maybe they'll supply information to the competitor. Maybe they'll sabotage something in the store or in the shop that costs a lot of money to repair. Or maybe they'll just pick up and quit. Maybe they're key employees. Maybe they don't understand that if they stayed, they would actually be a key employee to the new buyer because they've been there forever. They understand the shop. You and your fiance are planning on getting married, you want to get some nice rings. Well, if you found out that jewelry store that your parents recommended you go to because they were great, you don't want to go there, put down a couple $1,000s on some nice rings that the guy's going to custom make for you and your new wife-to-be, because what if the guy's not there, right? You find out, what? He's for sale. Why is he for sale? Maybe I'm going to lose my deposit and he's going to be gone when I get back. Dry cleaners, same thing. Maybe you're going to drop off a nice suit or a self blouse. Costs a lot of money. You're afraid that if you found out that this guy is selling, oh, well, what if he just closes his doors and I never see my clothes again? So there's a lot of reasons that you want this thing to be confidential. You want your business to be sold. You want it to be sold for maximum dollar naturally, but there's a way that we sell businesses that leaves it confidential. What we do, we put it onto a blind listing. So it could say something like jewelry store for sale. It could say dry cleaner for sale. It'll say so many years in business. Depending on the type of business, if it's extremely unique, we might just say Montreal. If it's something where there are many dry cleaners, as for instance, we might say West Island. So dry cleaner, West Island, $500,000 in sales, $100,000 net profit. Call Ron, Investiprise. People call, they say, hey Ron, I saw the dry cleaner for sale. Send me 3 years of the financial statements. Tell me the name of the dry cleaner and the address, please. We go, oh, I'm really sorry, sir. Can't do that. What we do need to do is send you a confidentiality agreement. Our job is to qualify a buyer for the seller. 3 people send back their NDA. Out of those 3, we'll get 1 person who is actually serious. At that point, we still haven't told them much about the business other than it's a dry cleaner and it's in the West Island. We make sure that they understand what the possibilities would be if they took over. What is the present owner doing with the business? Once we find out, oh, they are qualified and they would like to take it to the next step, what we'll do is we will produce for them a financial statement. It'll list all of the expenses, all of the income. We've gleaned the information, put it onto a single sheet, no name, no company number. Nobody can still identify who this business belongs to. We will lead them through an entire process until we finally do introduce them to the owner, to the owner's business, or depending on the type of business, we may, in fact, ask them to make an offer to purchase with a sincere deposit before they've discovered where the business is and what the actual numbers are. To find a qualified buyer for a saleable business, a good business, it still takes 8 to 9 months. This isn't something that happens in 2 weeks. No way. Totally opposite concept of somebody selling their home. Nobody wants to know that business is for sale. So we have our business buyers list as well. If somebody says, I want to sell this business, we go, oh my gosh, we have 3 people that are looking for that type of business. People would be extremely surprised at how many businesses that they see every day may have changed hands several times. Everything's good, everybody's happy, business continues on. Nobody knows your business inside out like you do. But when it comes to selling, you may not be the right person to sell it. Between 10 and 20% of people of retirement age or older will simply let their businesses close. They don't know how to sell it. Business broker, find a business broker, sell it on their own. Or 2, they just don't want somebody else to have their baby and they're just afraid. You started it from nothing. this business helped put your 3 kids through university, or you just can't imagine somebody else having your baby, and so you just rather put it to bed and retire that way. Let us do what we do best, so you, Mr. Seller, can do what you do best. So what you do best is running your business. What we do best is running our business, and our business just happens to be helping people to sell their businesses. Somebody will call me and they'll say, Ron, I want to sell my business. I say, great, let me come and see you. The person always wants to know, how much is my business worth? Can you get me $1 million for my business? We have the means and the capability of analyzing, valuing the business based on the industry standards. We know what those norms are, and we're able to take their financial statements, break it all down, normalize the numbers, and we can present it back to the potential seller and say, this is what we believe the numbers are. So it's best that we work with numbers, real numbers, sellable numbers. A lot of people, when they're selling their business, they don't have business selling experience. And so it's really critical that you have somebody in there that can negotiate. The broker can kind of smooth that over, put a little bit of sugar on it and deliver it to the buyer, or vice versa. And what's the whole point of this? It's to close the deal. At the end of the day, the reason you're selling your business is you need to have the deal closed. You know, you might be able to go through all of this, but can you close it? So we systematically, step by step, from the beginning, taking the listing, evaluating, all the way through to the end, we can get it to the lawyer's office and have the deal closed. So when you sign on the dotted line, Mr. Seller, you know what you're signing off. Mr. Buyer knows what he's signing on, and everybody goes away as happy camper. And that's what we do at Investiprise, and we do it every day.